Hi everyone. Today we are going to be talking with Samantha Kitchell, our certified aromatherapist and doula, who is really super passionate about the proper use of essential oils. Samantha is going to join us, and we will chat with you about proper diffusing techniques and about kind of things that we want to be aware of when diffusing around pets or children or pregnant people, because all of those people might require some different considerations when diffusing oils. So I'm going to bring Samantha on any minute now. She'll pop up with us and we'll get started talking about those things that we want to consider. Let me bring her on camera. There we go. So, we're experiencing just a little bit of technical difficulties, working on adding her into us. But what she's going to talk about, I'm parked, just an appointment that I'm heading into in a little bit, so we're only going to be here for about. There's Samantha. Hi. Thank you for joining us. As you might have heard, I'm just letting everyone know what we're here and what we're doing. Would you like to jump right in, or you want me to get started with some questions?
Sure. Well, I guess ask me a question.
Cool. So I know nothing about oils. That's why we have you.
Right.
So uh, basics, I guess. Is there a certain kind of diffuser that we need to get? I know there are tons out there, but what do you recommend?
Okay. Well, actually, I don't. The mini diffusers are that you find just in the store are actually okay. Um, I usually look for a diffuser that has the intermittent setting because that is the way to diffuse safely. A diffuser with intermittent setting where it's on for 15 minutes and then it's off for 15 minutes. That is ideal. And I usually, you can get them on Amazon. I got mine from Walmart. Um,
Oh,
so you don't always have to go with the most expensive diffuser, but a lot of those expensive diffusers, are really good. So it's just
okay,
kind of
so we definitely get what we pay for when it comes to a diffuser, though. But
exactly.
intermittent setting is what we're looking for.
Yes.
Okay.
Because your body actually gets its full use of essential oils at 60 minutes. So suggested diffusing between 30 minutes and 60 minutes. Anything after 60 minutes, your body gets overwhelmed and the usefulness of the oils go down. So setting is a great way to not overwhelm your body with the essential oils that you're diffusing.
Cool. Okay. So that's why when I'm in a room full of, like, if I were to walk into like Bath and Body Works, why the after a while it's too much for my body to take.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely. That's very similar to that effect. So if you like to diffuse all night, that's great. Just use your intermittent setting and your body won't get overwhelmed. And it kind of helps you. I don't know. I like to use lavender to sleep. And so if you're using lavender for the evening, if you have it on the intermittent setting, usually it will last the entire night. And so you get those benefits all night and get a good night's sleep.
so how much of the oil am I putting into the diffuser?
Usually for adults, I put in anywhere between 4 drops of essential oil, and you can mix and match those drops. So if you're trying to do the seasonal kind of blend that we talked about earlier on the web page, you can do maybe one of tea tree oil, one of lavender, and maybe two of lemon, or mix and match. Get two of each or one, depending. But you can mix and match to get that nice blend, that nice seasonal blend. But that's for adults. For children, I suggest a much more a lower drop count. So the safest way, in my opinion, to diffuse for children is to, if you're wanting, let's use the seasonal blend again. If you're wanting to do the seasonal blend, you can mix in like a container 1 or 2 drops of each of those oils, tea tree, lemon, and lavender, and then only 2 or 3 drops of that mixture in your diffuser. So it's a nice diluted blend, and it's not the full force that your children are getting. And even a smaller dose of oils is still good for an adult. So it's useful.
So something I know we talk about in childbirth education is being aware of an individual's allergies when you're diffusing, right? It's possible for people to be allergic to something like lavender essential oil, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's possible to be allergic. It's also possible to have a negative reaction to oils, or a reaction that you're not hoping to get. Take lavender, for instance. It works great on myself and my oldest son, but my middle son, if we try to use it for him to sleep, he has nightmares. For some reason, it doesn't work well with him. It's okay. We learned real quick not to use that one. We use cedarwood for him, which is a great alternative.
What was that?
We use cedarwood instead of lavender for him.
Okay, cedarwood. So cedarwood has a lot of the same properties. Maybe the sleep aid and stuff like that?
Yeah, they have similar. It's more of a low oil, which they say the thicker the oil, the more it'll bring you down. The thinner the oil, the more it brings you up. So cedarwood is really thick.
Okay, interesting. See, I'm learning so much. This is why we have you as our expert instead of just coming to me for oil stuff. I send everybody your way.
Right.
So if um, you mentioned the difference between diffusing for adults versus diffuse out, if we had a pregnant person looking for some relief from those seasonal allergies or wanting a sleep aid.
Right. There are oils that are not recommended for pregnant people. Um, a lot of those are the ones with like the high menthol count, the 1,8 oh my goodness, I can't pronounce it. Anyway, there those are usually found in like peppermint and eucalyptus, rosemary. I know birch is one to stay away from. And if you are like in your first trimester, you definitely want to stay away from like clary sage, because it can often cause uterine contractions and that sort of thing. Stay away from things that may cause something in your body to do some. And we have a whole list, and we can share it on the site if anybody's interested in seeing that.
Definitely shoot that my way, and we'll share that with everyone later this afternoon. Um, what about with pets? I know a lot of our clients and a lot of people who follow us have some fur babies at home. What do we need to worry about with them?
Okay, well, with dogs, you don't really have to worry about them much. Cats, it's a little bit different. They lack something in their liver that allows them to process essential oils, certain essential oils. But diffusing with a cat is safe as long as they have access to get out of the room that you're diffusing in. If they're not stuck in that room, then they're fine. They will leave and get where they are more comfortable if they are uncomfortable. You just kind of leave that to them. And to Janet Rourke, she's a doctor of veterinary medicine. She actually does a bunch of classes that I take, that sort of thing.
So we trust our cats to be smart enough.
Yes,
And if
they are
I'm
smart.
diffusing in my bedroom, I don't have to worry about my kids in the other parts of the house or my cats moving around from room to room.
Right. Yeah, they will be fine.
See, another thing I wouldn't have known without you. Um, Do you have any other recommendations or anything you'd like to share with us real quick? I don't want to take too much of anyone's time, want this to be just a brief tutorial, but if you have anything else to share, I'd love for us to hear it.
Okay, well, since we're talking about seasonal allergies, definitely that blend. A good sleep blend, we talked about lavender and cedar wood. Something to use for colds, lemon is kid safe and pregnancy safe. So diffuse that and help cleanse the home from any germs going around, that sort of thing. And just make sure you're properly diluting if you're using your oils topically. And I like to do 1 tablespoon of carrier oil, like coconut oil or grapeseed oil, to 1 drop of essential oil, and that's safe for everybody.
Wow. Okay. So are those the coconut